Well, good morning, adventurers. Day 11 of the coast to coast walk. Feeling quite good, feeling quite positive today. Slept well, lovely campsite. I think I've said that quite a bit. It really is a good campsite. Just a nice place to wake up in. Coffee this morning in their little kitchen. Now, at the moment, I'm changing what I'm doing quite a lot. I'm adapting it. Got a based on. We're just gonna wait for this car to go by. Based on how I'm feeling, the leg, etc. And I was due to go to Ingleby Arncliffe because there was a campsite up there, but when I looked at the map last night, it's nearer than I realised. It wasn't 10 miles, it's about 6 to 7 miles. And I think I can go a little bit further today. I'm not going to push my luck, but I am going to go on a bit further. And there is a place called Lordstones Country Park that also does camping for hikers as well. And I'm meant to be there tomorrow night, but I'm going to see if I can get in there tonight. So it's 8 o'clock now, so I'll give it an hour, see if I can get some phone signal, phone ahead, and see if they can get me in tonight. And that's about 12 miles from here, and that'll just get me a little bit further along the trail. And if I can get up there, then that will take me up to mile 139, something like that. So just edges me a little bit nearer. And I'm feeling okay. I'm going to keep being careful, monitoring it. Put ice on the leg this morning, ice on it last night. Exercises, ibuprofen, doing everything really. So I've refueled at the service station, which is quite nice. And then I've just seen an interesting sign above a cafe on the way out of Ingleby Cross. And the reason it's interesting is because the sign is saying, and I'll show you, that from here it's 140 miles to St Bees, and to Robin Hood's Bay it's 50 miles. And that's a bit different to my Far Out app guide, which I've been using on my phone the whole time, which suggests that I've done less than that and I've got further to go. And also different to the coast to coast, the official coast to coast A to Z handbook, adventure series handbook, that I also have as well. So it can get a bit confusing when you look at signs and you're looking at your books or your phone or whatever, because the distances can be a little bit conflicted. But if I go by the sign that is right here now, the physical sign, I've only got 50 more miles until I get to Robin Hood's Bay, which feels closer than I thought. Well, this is a sight for sore eyes. The North Yorkshire moors in all their beauty. It really is something. It just makes you realise how beautiful this trail really is. The contrast that you get in the terrain. From the moment you leave St Bees to here and beyond. It's incredible, it really is. It just makes you realise why people do this and why a lot of international hikers come here. They just fly, you know, I've seen so many international hikers, Americans, Germans, all sorts. I want to be here. I want to be here amongst this. It's stunning. I spoke a bit too soon. I think I jinxed it. As soon as I said all those things, this rain just swept in. It's coming up to 5:30. I'm really tired. I've gone on further than I planned. I was just going to do 10 miles today because of the leg, but I've done about 16 or 17 nearly. This more just goes on forever. I just feel like I want it to end. I'm really ready to stop. My campsite is on the other side of the hill here, so I've got to keep going, and then I think there's a bit of a descent. It's less than a mile now. Okay, we're going to push on. So it's 8:30. I'm finally lying down. It's been a long day. It's been a tough one. So I intended only to do about 10 miles because of the leg injury thing. And I don't know, just thought, I'll go a bit further. And it started off, it was just flat for miles and miles, just easy it was. From Danby Wiske, it was just loads of just really nice fields and farmland, and just I was thinking, wow, this is going to be a good day. And then I started to get into some elevation. I can't remember where it was now. I think it was after Ingleby Arncliffe, somewhere like that. And there was just climbed up into this forest just before the moors kind of started. And then the moors, I kind of went onto the moors, they came down, and then I went back up. And when I went back up the second time, it just went on and on forever. It was just never ending. I didn't think I was ever going to get to this campsite. It kept saying on my phone it was 1.3 miles to go, and then a weather system came in, and we had a load of rain come in on the moors. But that last mile today, or even the last 2 miles, was just such a grind. It was so hard. Anyway, I got to my campsite, and it's called Lordstones. Yeah, Lordstones Country Park. And it's not bad. I've used the showers. It's becoming my routine now. As soon as I get to these campsites, I use their hot showers, and just to make myself feel human. Can't do that if you're wild camping. Just saying. And yeah, there's kind of like a glamping side to the campsite, where there's all like sort of fancy sort of pod hut things. And then there's this woodland retreat, which I'm in, which is just this clearing amongst these pine trees. And I'm the only one here, which is really nice. And it's kind of gated as well. So there's a gate that just kind of shuts me off from the rest of all the families and the people that are being a bit noisy at the moment. So yeah. But bearing in mind how tired I am, I could sleep through anything. This is just one of those moments where I could actually probably fall asleep, but actually should boil some water up and make up something that looks like a meal. So that's it. I'm not going to really do much more filming today. I'll just eat and sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, we're on mile 143, and I don't know where I'm going to go tomorrow. I need to work it out. I'll tell you in the morning. All right, that's it. Night. Bye. Oh, morning all. Rough night. Really rough nights. It was pretty cold, but then about 2 o'clock I started feeling really queasy and had to get out of my tent quick, and I was basically vomiting in the woods behind my tent. I was feeling so rough. So I think it was something to do with that meal that I had. Possibly. It was a Decathlon tracking pouch I got out of a hiker's box, and it looked okay. I think the dates were okay on it, but and I'm still feeling rough now. I'm better, but I'm not good. And it's the latest I'm leaving a campsite, so it's about 10 o'clock, because it just was taking me a long time to sort myself out, get ready, and also I had to wait for the office to open to pay them for my pitch because I arrived late yesterday, so I guess I would have been leaving late anyway. So day 12 of the coast to coast, and 12 miles today. We're heading to Blakey Ridge, and there is a pub there called the Lion, and they let you camp in the garden for £3, and my money's running low, so that sounds like a good idea to me. Alright, so I've done about 2 miles, 2 very slow miles. I'm actually on the Cleveland Way. I've been on the Cleveland Way for the second day now, because the trail, it's a trail that it shares it with the coast to coast. Yes, it has been a bit slow, but I've got company. So just behind, I can't see, it's so sunny. Oh, there he is. So that is David from North Carolina. You might be able to pick him out. There he is. And we met yesterday, and we keep bumping into each other, and he's very kindly walking with me at the moment, which is good, because I was feeling a bit sluggish, down on my luck. Anyway, so where are we? We're approaching Lordstones on the Cleveland Way stretch of the coast to coast. And the other good news is, and I think we're in agreement, David and I, is that we can see the sea. We can actually see the North Sea from here, which is incredible really, and it just makes you realise how close the end is. I mean, it's got to be under 40 miles now, I think, if not 38, 40 miles, so that's quite exciting. David, the American hiker I met, he has parted ways. He's gone off to do the Cleveland Way now because it stops, and we're carrying on. But I've got new company, and just in front of me there's Dave and Ellen just there. Give us a wave.
Hello.
Give us a wave, Dave. And we bumped into each other in Danby Wiske a couple of days ago. They're also from London, so there's been lots to talk about. And it's been really nice just doing the last few miles with them, and it's been quite good for me for my pace, because at the start of the day I had the energy of a slug, but it seems to be changing. Haven't eaten a lot, but it seems to be changing, and they kindly donated a little bit of water my way, because the thing about the moors, it's quite dry. There's just not really any water sources that we've come across. Anyway, we've got just over 4 miles until we get to our accommodation, and we're all going to the same place, which is the Lion Pub in Blakey Ridge. So I'm all pitched up in a field next to the Lion Inn, which is in a place called Blakey Ridge on the North Yorkshire Moors. In fact, it's the highest point on the North Yorkshire Moors, or the highest pub on the North Yorkshire Moors. That's it. Sorry, it's been a really long day, but a good day, and it ended positively after a pretty rough start. I felt not good at the beginning of today, and I really was questioning how far I was going to get, but trail magic kicked in, met some lovely people, and here I am. 5 p.m. I arrived. It's about 8 p.m. now. Tents all set up, as you can see, and I think I'm just going to take advantage of their showers in the pub, and I'm going to go to sleep and just totally crash. No more filming, just crash. And tomorrow is the penultimate day of the coast to coast, if I get myself into gear early. Alright, that's it. Night night. Well, good morning all. It's potentially the penultimate day to the coast to coast, so that makes it day 13, and it's cold. This is the coldest day on the coast to coast, but I'm quite high up on the Yorkshire Moors. It's desolate, open, and there's a lot of cold air to go around. So last night was interesting in the tent. Coldest night so far, had every layer on, properly mummified myself in my mummy sleeping bag. I had my down jacket around my feet. I had woolly hat on, neck ruff, everything. So properly went for it last night. Decided to wake up early. Had a porridge bar, couple of ibuprofen, and I'm on the road, literally on the road. So this first bit of hiking today, I'm informed, is road based across the moors, and we're aiming to get to a little place called Littlebeck, and there's a farm down there that apparently lets people camp, and is a bit of a B&B as well. So I've sent them an email last night, and Littlebeck is meant to be 12.5 miles away, 12 miles away, something like that. And then after that, Robin Hood's Bay is not far, probably could be half a day's walking tomorrow, potentially, which is exciting. Robin Hood's Pay. Nearly over, can't believe it. Can't believe it. We are about 1.5 miles outside of Glaisdale, next town, village, hoping to get a coffee. It's just coming up to mid-morning, which is quite nice. I feel like I've put a few miles under my belt at the start of the day, and yeah, just looking forward to a bit of a coffee and thinking about where we go from there. It is simply a stunning day. It started off very chilly and the layers have gradually been peeled off. Now I've got my Pancreatic Cancer UK t-shirt on, and yeah, it's beautiful, sunny moorland. Couldn't get much better. And I can see in the distance, again, I can see the North Sea teasing me that the end is near. I've just passed a hiker coming the other way. He's doing east to west, coast to coast, and he's just informed me about a very steep hill after Gromont, around that area. But I said to him, bring it on, bring it on. I feel like I've had a certain amount of hill training and preparation. Mountains, moors.
By the end of that though, the guy I was walking with, sometimes I was like, can you borrow your stuff? You know, like £5 again.
So we're just coming into Gromont now, passed through Glaisdale, and I was rewarded with a coffee. So there was this kind of village hall that had been converted into a cafe just on Saturdays and Sundays, and it's the weekend, so good timing. And had cakes and sandwiches, and it was just really nice. And I had my Pancreatic Cancer UK t-shirt on, and a very kind lady came up and gave me a donation and shared with me that she'd lost someone in her family to the disease, and she described getting goosebumps when she saw the t-shirt come into the village hall. So it was a real moment, and yeah, I didn't get her name, but I just really appreciated that conversation and her giving me a cash donation in the moment. So yeah, moving into Gromont now, and all the residents keep talking about this hill that has got to be climbed, and it's meant to be a really high hill, and they keep getting all these warnings about it from everyone. So I don't know whether to believe them or not, especially after managing to get through the Lake District. Okay, I take it all back, residents who warned me about the hill coming out of Gromont. That was a tough hill. I think I was expecting a grassy, craggy hill, but it was just a complete tarmac hill with a gradient of 33%, and it just went on and on. But it's flattened out now, and we're out back on the moors again. A bit more moorland. I thought we'd finished the moors, but it seems we've got a bit more to do. And I think we're about 2.5 miles from Littlebeck, which is where I need to get to, because there's a farm down there that takes tents for £5 apparently, which is quite handy because my cash supply is running very low. But at least we're on the flat again, and we'll get down there, and then I think I'm just going to stop there today and get the tent up early and just chill and relax. Last night was a bit of a later pitch, so if I can get an early pitch, means I can just put my feet up and just take it easy, and then look forward to tomorrow. Last day tomorrow. Right, we are so close now. We are so close. Check this out. Let me keep still. That is the biggest view of the sea I've seen in the last few miles. That is the North Sea. Wow. So we've got 2 miles. These are rough calculations, but yeah, 2 miles to Littlebeck, which is where, fingers crossed, I can stay and camp tonight. And I think that will take me to about roughly a mile 171, roughly. And according to the Far Out app, it's then about another 11 miles tomorrow to Robin Hood's Bay. I can finally say it. I can finally say that word, Robin Hood's Bay. Wow. Good morning. It is day 14 and the final day of my coast to coast adventure, and it's a strange old one. I didn't actually sleep brilliantly last night. I kept thinking about today, not in a, you know, worrying way, but just sort of just thinking about it, you know. And it's just a bit strange, kind of, you know, packing up and doing all those things for the last time. It's just been so much part of my life for the last 2 weeks. You know, this has been in this bubble of hiking and challenges and camping and doing the same sort of routine at the start and the end of every day. So it's odd. I have kind of weird feelings. There's a bit of sadness that it's coming to an end, but there's also excitement, as you would imagine, knowing I'm just so close to the finish line now. So close. And I tell you, the bit I'm probably really looking forward to is walking along the coast, along the cliffs again, just before I get down into Robin Hood's Bay. Just want to soak up that moment, seeing the sea again. I've booked myself into a B&B hotel thing tonight in Robin Hood's Bay. Felt I've earned it. Means I can get sorted, get clean, properly clean, before I sit amongst the public on a train for 3 hours back to London. I didn't feel that they really deserved to be sitting next to a smelly hiker. All right, come on, let's do it. Robin Hood's Bay. Hello. Hello.
They're friendly, they're just nice.
You know, I've just decided that I'm just going to enjoy this morning, and it'll take however long it takes. It's nice knowing I haven't got to race to a campsite, haven't got to put the tent up, and I'm just going to enjoy all the moments, like that little cave back there, that little rock structure. Need to look that up when I get home. It was called the Hermitage. I must give a shout out actually to Julie at Intake Farm, where I stayed last night, because she wasn't really expecting anyone and I just rocked up, and she got ice packs out for my leg just to kind of help me with my leg muscle management. So that was really kind of really looked after me and a couple of other campers actually. So Intake Farm, good welcome, nice and flat, nice and peaceful, just like being in a really nice garden of someone's house. So if you're thinking about it, where to stay, Intake Farm. I'll tell you something, this woodland walk after you leave Littlebeck is just enchanting. It is absolutely beautiful. It's like something out of a fairy tale. There's waterfalls and little rocky streams, amazing paths, trees, great sunlight kind of coming through. It really is. Oh, I can't describe it. All right, so we are fast approaching the end of this hike. I've got behind me Scott. Where is he?
I'm here.
There he is. And we bumped into each other up on the moors, didn't we?
We did.
Quite a few miles back, and then we sort of been bumping into each other again. So it's been quite good walking with Scott and having a good old chat. And he's going in the same direction. He's doing coast to coast as well. And we're both just sort of chewing the fat really, and just kind of soaking it in, and just trying to can't quite believe how far we've come.
We can't, can we?
It's just crazy when you think about it. But the weather's still good for the moment. It's dry, bit of a breeze, but it's okay. I couldn't get the drone up, which was a bit frustrating. But so we can see Whitby, and we're just heading down literally to the kind of the actual edge to the coast, and then we're going to walk along the coast, and then we should get to Robin Hood's Bay pretty soon, maybe in an hour or two. I think it's not far now. 2.5 miles now to Robin Hood's Bay. Kind of going around the houses a little bit, but we're getting there, we're making progress, and I think, to be frank, we're both looking forward to just getting these packs off and stopping, aren't we? Absolutely. It's time to stop. So we're finally at the North Sea, and it is a view and a half. It is incredible. Let me just show you. It's just so surreal. It's both Scott and I can't quite comprehend it, really. But we're nearly there. We're probably 1.5 miles away now. We just need to walk along the coast. But we get to take in this gorgeous sea view on a really nice sunny day. Nearly there. Okay, so we are in sight of Robin Hood's Bay. There it is. I think we're probably 1/2 mile from it, estimate, 1/2 mile. But if I'm going to be honest, it's been the longest last mile. There's been this tradition in the last few days, hasn't there, Scott, of like
absolutely
the last couple of miles are always the killer, but today especially, I think it's because we know it's the end. But the fact that we can see Robin Hood's Bay is it's sweet. It's a sweet feeling. Right, I think we need to go and do this. Okay, Scott's just got ahead. I'm taking 5 minutes. Nearly down in the town, just around the corner, really, and we're nearly there. And I just thought I'd share a few final reflections, final thoughts, and it has been the most incredible journey. It has been epic, absolutely epic. I remember a couple of days ago when I was high up on the North Yorkshire moors, and I looked back at how far I'd come and looked all the way in the direction of the west coast, and it was and just to think that I'd come all that distance, it was quite overwhelming. And then to turn around and then see the North Sea on the horizon of where I was about to head, and it's been immense. It's been so challenging, but it's been so incredible. I don't really have any other words. There's been moments of I a bit similar to when I did the South Downs Way last year. Actually, no, this is very different. But there has been moments of kind of carry on. Why am I doing this? There's been some very low days. Days where I had an injury. I've been feeling unwell, and then having to go and hike like huge ascents. But I did it, and I got through it, and I'm just so pleased. So there are too many people to thank. There are just far too many people to thank. So, but you know who you are, and thank you so much for all your support. Those people that have advised me, supported me, have given money to Pancreatic Cancer UK, which this is what it's all about, really. It's raising money for Pancreatic Cancer UK. And when I checked this morning, it was around £3,270, which is amazing. It's beyond anything I thought of when I first started this project. You can still donate. I will keep it open. So thank you for all the support, and yeah, I think we just need to finish this, don't we? Let's go down into Robin Hood's Bay and let's get to the finish line. It's quite busy, tourist season. Probably got about 100 metres to go. This feels so surreal. It really does. So you'll remember at the start of this adventure back in St Bees, I picked up 2 stones. I mean, it is tradition that you're meant to pick up a pebble and carry it from the Irish Sea to the North Sea, and I picked up 2. And one is for my dad, and the other one is for Amanda. This is for them, this is in memory of them. And then of course the other tradition is to dip your feet in. Now the tide's in and it's pretty slippery, so I'm going to just step in and step out, but at least I can say I've done it. And that's it. It's done. Over. If you've made it this far following my mad-capped adventure, then thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with it, and see you on the next one.